Before this month ends, there is something you need to hear. Not next week, not someday. Now, because there is a narrow window that closes when May ends, and most people do not even notice it while it is still open. They stay busy. They stay distracted. They keep repeating the same habits, the same thoughts, the same financial patterns, and then they wonder why the next year looks exactly like the last one. But this moment is different. This moment is a doorway, and if you step through it with intention, clarity, and discipline, the next 12 months can move in a completely different direction. I am not talking about hype. I am not talking about pressure. I am talking about a powerful season of reset, a time that ancient wisdom treated with deep seriousness, because what you do before the end of May shapes the energy you carry into everything that follows. So listen closely. Stay with me, because what you do before this month closes may decide whether the next year feels heavy and delayed, or clear, strong, and full of movement. For years I watched people work hard and still stay stuck. Smart people, disciplined people, people with talent, ideas, and drive. Yet something kept blocking the flow. Deals slowed down. Good opportunities slipped away. Confidence dropped. Focus scattered. Then I noticed a pattern. The people who paused in this season, who used the final stretch of May to reset themselves from the inside out, often entered the next phase of the year with unusual momentum. Things opened. Decisions became easier. Money moved faster. Relationships improved. Their actions started landing at the right time instead of falling flat. One businessman came to me in early May feeling drained and frustrated. His projects were stalled. His mind was noisy. He was doing more but getting less back. I gave him a simple process to complete before the month ended. He did not fully believe in it, but he followed it anyway. Then something shifted. Within weeks, delayed opportunities started moving. Conversations changed. His confidence returned. By the end of that year, his results had gone far beyond what he thought was possible. Was it magic? No. It was alignment. It was timing. It was the power of not carrying old energy into a new cycle. And that is what most people miss. This is why this moment matters so much. May is not just another page on the calendar. It is a bridge. It is the place where preparation turns into visible movement. It is the threshold between what you have been carrying and what you are about to build. Most people never stop long enough to notice this. They rush forward with the same fear, the same confusion, the same hidden resentment, the same tired habits, and then they expect a different outcome. But a different year cannot come from the same inner pattern. You cannot plant chaos and harvest peace. You cannot carry doubt into a new season and expect clean, powerful results. That is why this month is so important. It gives you a chance to stop the drift, to interrupt the old rhythm, to make sure you do not enter the next 12 months with the same identity that created the last 12. Think about that. Let it land. Because if you keep moving without resetting, you are not really starting fresh. You are only dragging yesterday into tomorrow, and that is why so many people feel like life is repeating itself. Keep listening, because the next part is where everything begins to turn. I learned this the hard way. There was a year when I ignored this whole process. I thought effort alone would carry me. I thought discipline was enough. I pushed forward without reflecting, without clearing anything, without making a true reset. Outwardly, I was functioning. Inwardly, I was misaligned. And the year showed it. Nothing fully collapsed, but nothing truly opened either. Progress was slow. Important choices became cloudy. I missed chances I should have seen clearly. Even more frustrating, people who had less experience and less preparation began passing me. Not because they were more gifted, not because they were luckier, but because they entered the season lighter, cleaner, more focused. That year taught me something I never forgot. Hard work matters, yes. Strategy matters, yes. But timing matters too. Inner position matters too. Since then, I have never let this season pass without doing a full reset, and every time I honor it, the months that follow carry a different quality. More clarity, more courage, more order, more momentum. So if you are skeptical, good. Be skeptical. But test it. Do the work before May ends. Then watch what changes. Watch how you feel on the first morning of June. Watch what doors start opening when your energy is no longer chained to what should have been released long ago. Here is the truth most people do not want to face. They are trying to create a new life with an old self. They want better money, better relationships, better health, better peace, but they are still waking up with the same mental noise, speaking the same limiting words, feeding the same emotional patterns, and protecting the same excuses. That does not work. You cannot steer a ship into a new destination if the compass is still broken. First you stop, then you recalibrate, then you move. That is what this May reset is really about. It is not superstition. It is not performance. It is not pretending. It is a serious inner and practical realignment. And if you miss it, you can still make progress, but it often feels heavier, slower, and less clean because you are trying to build while still carrying what should have been put down. I have seen this again and again. People who miss this window often spend months pushing hard with little reward, while those who prepared properly step into the next season with surprising force. So do not treat this like background noise. Do not say, "I will come back to this later." Later is what keeps people in the same cycle. This is the moment to interrupt the pattern while the door is still open. The first thing you need to do before May ends is a complete audit of the last 12 months. Not just your bank account, your whole life. What moved forward? What stayed stuck? Where did your energy grow, and where did it leak? Which habits made you stronger, and which ones quietly weakened you? Which relationships supported your future, and which ones pulled you back into confusion, guilt, or exhaustion? What beliefs proved useful, and which beliefs kept repeating failure in different forms? Sit down with a blank page and be honest. No drama, no shame, no pretending, just clear observation. Write it out. What did I build? What did I avoid? What did I say I wanted but failed to protect with action? This part matters because what stays unspoken often stays in control. People avoid this because it is uncomfortable. They would rather stay busy than be honest. But clarity is power. A life cannot change where truth is never faced. Spend the time, 1 hour, 2 hours if needed. Go deep. Because the quality of your next season depends on the truth you are willing to see in this one. And if you do this right, you will already feel something shift. Not outside first. Inside. A kind of clean awareness. A quiet seriousness. That is where real movement begins. The second step is release. This is where you stop carrying what has already cost you enough. Write down what needs to leave your life now. Fear, delay, envy, old resentment. The habit of checking your phone the second you wake up. The habit of thinking about money with tension instead of direction. The belief that success belongs to other people. The story that you are too late, too behind, too damaged, too unknown, too ordinary. Write it all down, piece by piece. Make it physical. Make it visible. Then speak each one out loud. Say, "I release this pattern. I release this fear. I release this belief that has been sitting in my mind like a silent command." Then destroy the papers. Tear them. Burn them safely if you can. Break the form. Why? Because the body remembers what the mind only repeats. A physical act seals a decision. It tells your deeper self that this is not just another nice thought. It is a line being drawn. Some people will laugh at this. Let them. They are still dragging dead weight into new seasons. You are not doing that anymore. You are clearing space. And space is important, because if your hands are still full of what hurts you, you cannot fully receive what is trying to reach you. The third step is vision, but not the weak kind. Not vague wishes. Not random daydreaming. I mean a clear, detailed, emotionally real picture of the next 12 months. What do you want your life to look like by this time next year? How much do you want to earn? What kind of work do you want to be doing? What kind of peace do you want in your body when you wake up? What kind of home energy do you want? What kind of people do you want around you? What kind of decisions do you want to be known for making? Write it in detail. Make it specific. Make it breathe. Some people write it like a story from the future. Some make a list with dates. Some build a visual board. Use the format that works for you, but make it sharp. You should be able to close your eyes and see it. Feel it. Hear it. The point is not fantasy. The point is direction. When the mind becomes clear, action becomes cleaner. When the inner picture becomes strong, your choices start changing before results appear. This is where many people finally realize they have been living without a real target. They wanted change, but never defined it with enough power to move toward it. Do not make that mistake now. This part is where desire becomes direction. The fourth step is commitment. This is where your vision stops being emotional and starts becoming structural. You write down 3 to 5 actions you will take over the next year, and they must be real. Not "I will try harder." Not "I will stay positive." Real actions. Measurable actions. Actions with weight. I will start the training I keep delaying. I will reach out to potential clients every month. I will fix my sleep. I will apply for the opportunity I keep talking myself out of. I will launch the project I have been planning in silence. I will save a fixed amount every month. I will stop saying yes to distractions that drain my focus. This matters because a vision without a commitment becomes emotional entertainment. Write your commitments clearly. Read them out loud, slowly, with seriousness. Let your own ears hear what your life is now responsible for. If possible, read them in front of a mirror. Let your face witness your own promise. This is not about perfection. It is about agreement. You are telling yourself that the next 12 months will not be shaped by mood, fear, and random reaction. They will be shaped by chosen action. And that kind of decision creates force. That kind of force changes a year. The fifth step is alignment, and this is the part that seals everything. Choose one quiet night before May ends. Clean your space. Remove distractions. If you can, light a candle or create a calm point of focus. Sit down with your written vision and your written commitments. Take slow breaths. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Let your body settle. Let your mind stop running. Then close your eyes and see yourself 1 year from now living what you wrote. Not wishing for it, living it. Feel the stability. Feel the relief. Feel the gratitude. Feel the strength of becoming someone who no longer moves like a person ruled by lack. Hold that image for several minutes. Then open your eyes and read your vision out loud. Read it with feeling. Read it like it matters, because it does. Then read your commitments, one by one. After that, place those papers somewhere close while you sleep. For the next 7 nights, read them again before bed. Keep the imprint fresh. Keep the signal strong. And on the final night of May, stand still for 1 moment and say with full conviction, I have completed my reset. I am no longer available for the patterns that kept me small. I am aligned with growth. I am ready for the next season. I am grateful, clear, and willing to move. Simple words. Strong words. Let them land. What should you expect after doing this? Maybe not fireworks, maybe not instant money falling from the sky, but something will begin. For some people it is inner first. They wake up lighter, sharper, less divided. For others it shows up fast in the outer world. A message comes in. A delayed conversation suddenly moves. An idea becomes obvious. A chance appears that they would have missed in an older state of mind. And that is the key. The reset changes the person who meets the opportunity. That is why it works. The goal is not to beg life for more. The goal is to become someone who can recognize, receive, and act on what is already trying to reach them. Within 30 days, many people notice that they are thinking differently, choosing differently, showing up differently. And those differences begin creating new results. So if you do this before May ends, do not watch the clock in fear. Watch your own movement. Watch your discipline. Watch the tone of your thoughts. Watch the quality of your actions. Because the next year is not only built by what happens to you, it is built by the version of you that enters it. And the version of you formed in these final days of May can either repeat the past or break it. That choice is still open, but not forever. And if you miss this window, life does not end, but momentum gets heavier. The old habits stay in the driver's seat. The same reactions keep running. You try to force change, but force is not the same as alignment. That is why some people work harder and still feel stuck. They are active but not clean, busy but not centered, determined but still carrying an identity shaped by fear, delay, and old disappointment. I have seen people miss this moment and spend the rest of the year pushing uphill, only to realize later that the real battle was never only outside them. It was in what they failed to clear before moving forward. So take this seriously. Use these final days well. Give yourself a real reset. Not a half attempt, not a casual note in your phone, a real one. Honest audit, clear release, strong vision, specific commitment, deep alignment. Do it fully. Do it before May closes. And if this message is reaching you at exactly the right time, do not brush it away. That is not random. That is your signal. Pause. Prepare. Realign. Because the person you become in this moment can shape the next 12 months more than any plan made in panic later. And if you stay with this process all the way through, the next year may not just look better. It may feel like the year everything finally starts moving in the right direction.